Komon-Tok, in case you don't know. Oh yeah. Whenever we pledge with love and loyalty to we sweet mamas alone. Now we all for come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make alone. Anytime where you day, anytime where you go, anything you they do, oh yeah, now we for turn up Tanga one, inside Sierra Leone, let one big family, cause no place like home. In case you don't know, this not Komon-Tok, where they bring information about Salon. In case you don't know, this now Komon-Tok, where they bring information about Salon. For education, entertainment, political affairs, tune in Komon-Tok. For education, entertainment, political affairs, tune in Komon-Tok.
Yes, Fambuleng, una welcome back to yet another very, very important segment where they come through the Komon-Tok platform. And just like any other day, we know they're done with Komon-Tok them. And of course, today, as you see on the screen, these are the issues where we can labor on, and very, 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 very super important inside the Komon-Tok today. We're at the 1st of July. We want for users chance, the opportunity for which each and every one of we happy new month, and this a new opportunity for let you correct the mistake of last month, or you improve on what you don't do last month. Well, as you now see today, now we can ask painful questions today. The things and where the traditional media can shine, the things that we're not one church, the questions that where a lot of people want ask but don't get chance for ask. Well, it look like say tonight we go ask. One of the things we're going to can pay attention. The Freetown power plant project, is it a corporate grand scam? Because if you watch the players that were connected from embassies then, from the UK embassy, from the US embassy, come to other multilateral partners then, we join, where by the time they done this video, if we tell you how much you get for pay, or we tell you how much they don't go to us on behalf of your name, you go, wow. I say what you go, wow. What are the asking questions there? We'll go look into that. We also see a press release from the government on the ministry, and this all again, it just joined to the point, to the topic where we get for can discuss when the energy project. The government say they don't extend their agreement with car power ship for another 1 year. Of course, the other one, this I think 2 days ago, 3 days ago, Idris Elba. Idris Elba a notable name when it comes to, I would say, now global name in itself. But you see, this is where sometimes we confuse. You look at this person, it look like you, and more so, historically, connectively, culturally, DNA is why it connected with Sierra Leone, for the fact that Papa comes from Salo. Now we are not so. We for celebrate her. We not for even put in name until we get any doubt. But guess what? Sometimes you get for ask the question and look at the reality and ask the bigger picture. Because not to everybody where they can say they help you, really, really able to help you or mean for help you. So when they compare Idris Elba in projects where we don't talk about 6 good years, just 6 good for 6 good years, and a similar project there where Akon do, where people they can put on some of the example where they say they scam people. When they talk out of this, you will probably understand. When this project come, 4 years ago, we chat on social media, and I get proof. I go take you back to some of the old videos, although it don't lost quality, but at least you go see where Mr. Komon-Tok was excited. You see what they are. So if I ask, say, no, ask question, or put a question mark, you know, go tell me, say, you don't wash you. 4 good years. Remember when I do that video day? So if I can't put on today, you know, go tell me, I'm not to rush, these are something. No, you can't tell me that. You can't. If he's sincere enough, you're not going to tell me that. Okay. Now, on the African politics, Congo, Rwanda don't sign them peace deal brokered by the US. What does this mean? Is it another exploitation? We don't know. And of course, the geopolitics, Trump and Elon Musk, the effects don't continue. The feud continue. Why? Because they don't pass the bill, the big, beautiful bill where Trump be talk about, where Elon Musk completely oppose. But he said that will increase the debt ceiling by more than 5 trillion for look at and say not pain. Well, Trump don't threaten and say perhaps they go even deport her. Can you imagine that? Anyway, well, this is, I don't know how to put that. This is the world we're living. You know, sometimes they able get the words for interesting not so. Well, if you just join me for the first time, we want to use this opportunity for welcoming our Komon-Tok with a different sign. Within our Facebook, perhaps society user for the first time, and we also there YouTube, with the Instagram, with the TikTok, of course, with the small X, and we are spreading. We see a lot of people and the following on TikTok, and we thank you for that. And we also see we get today, yesterday and today we get more than 800 people, and these are foreigners from Africa. And I didn't come out 800 people. We come join we. So what you get for do, get for the and it look like say then can follow Ibrahim Traore. So because of that, we don't can say it's. I think it's a sign. Even though yes, originally, if you look at the project of Komon-Tok, now for not only for Salona but Africa, but we look at and say if you own the Pambon votes, you say you get for take care of your own votes, not so. Before you put person in Dotina, or if you go put Dotina person, you say finally watch you for so we get too much problem, so that make you focus about. It look like so we get for the more or less they pay small attention internationally, creating some content there. We purely go being in English for international viewers. All right, as always, which I'm partner. Me and Mr. Komon-Tok, of course, today at the 1st of July 2025. Well, they can't just now for comfort on part the issues there. Better one. Well, they can.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This now Komon-Tok. In case you don't know. Oh, yeah. With love and loyalty to his sweet mamas alone. Now we all come together as one for tomorrow. Now we go make salon. Anytime we you pay, anytime we you.
All right, straight to the point. We don't get nothing for waste. What are we gonna do for you today? We want to take with time. Can I explain to you a project where plenty of people don't know that project exists? I go tell you, say this project, it don't cost Sierra Leone up to $1 billion without like what you can say white elephant project, it don't exist. Somebody they say, what did they do this guy? You okay? What did they talk? For say 1 billion projects exist. Yes, of course, yes. You go say something they do, Mr. Komon-Tok. Yeah, because Mr. So I will probably, if I not get much information, I will say. This project where they can talk about the Freetown Power Project, not a project no more way under Maada Bio, will start from EBK time. What do we do? What they can do for you the genealogy now, yeah. And also we go give credit, we go give huge percentage credit to Uda Africanist Press. Chenoba. We do extensive research and do extensive investigation regarding that project today. And we go back and up with some of real small genealogy for let make sense. Fumble. Trust me, this not to the project, not to the program this way you want miss at all. And I'd also kindly ask, please consider for share this. And also consider for like her. You know why? Especially if you're on YouTube, you will can at any time you can watch her. What are they going on this country? It confusing me, people. What you for accountable to it confusing? Yes, I say it confusing. Corporate grand scam in style. I think that would be a question. Now, first thing first, I go put for you a summary. Yeah. This summary they see so. Now, a whole piece where Africanists do, but we just cut them for now because we don't get that time for go that long. We don't get that. So what do we do? Put her in a form of presentation for let people and just understand what they can explain. From there, we not just tap. The players that were involved, would they do the connection, the genealogy. But each of them player there, fumble. I'll go to repeater. No, sorry about that. I go repeater. Not to program this where you want miss at all. The title now is a Freetown Power Plant Project. This project, let me go quickly. The introduction, this now be 125 megawatt project. Then start out 2008. Una see the timeline. Una see so till they can boss per you, they can tell you about 1 billion. And if we tell you, say, another day, you go say, no, but this, it can't be. It's a joke. Well, you know, say we're not a comedian here. This project of 125 megawatt starts doing Ernest by Koroma in 2008. Okay, not go before. So what did Ernest Koroma do? Through law, so then put institutional and then do legislative and institutional changes. Not that then bring can law and then change the institutions. Meet up NPA. I'm sure plenty of contemporaries and meet up NPA, National Power Authority now meet up. Not so. Ernest Koroma can change to EDSA and also then create another one we then call, then create two. Then call the other one, we just EGTC. Okay, then dismantle the NPA because they say efficient, they do the job with these two institutions now. People will get sufficient light in the country. Okay, that then create a law and then reform the institutions and give them fresh name, then dissolve the NPA. Then dissolve NPA. Famu, now we go quick. This now doing an S by Koroma. Now, according to records from Africanist Press, more than 25,000 documents we then check, then see politicians, the Konomani then. I'm sure people who they follow Africanist Press, you go see what we they talk to. We not just want to go deeply into that because, like I said, we'll just make an alpha for let people and get your understanding. Over 25,000 documents we then review, then discover say that project, a lot of people where they involved, it become like corruption, grand corruption. The project Ernest Koroma be launching. Can you imagine Ernest by Koroma be launched this very project, Freetown project, what they talk about? Fambu, this project, if you see, then list the place, the company where the company for can't where say they can give you light. Then list them for 30 good years. Now, throughout this construction program, this purported construction, turning of the sword, you know that they get them, they turn the sword, they turn the gun, they turn the sword under. It accumulated to 3 billion, to 1 billion. When I'm not seeing that in it, this is not just one of the money. All right, look again. We see from 2017 to 2018, how much the construction company, and well, I just read the cookie. Financial management and debt accumulation in Freetown Power Plant. The Freetown Power Plant project has accumulated over 1 billion in debt since 2017, without any construction progress, plagued by corruption, legal irregularities, and lack of transparency, severely impacting Sierra Leone energy infrastructure development. I don't know if they get to the talk. During the time here, from Ernest Koroma to this very from 2000 from inception from 2008 of Ernest Koroma to 2017, the thing don't take up to $1 billion without not see any significant construction where points saying that this don't spend. Okay, now not of politics so they can do now at all. We know they are absolutely for can't praise or condemn anybody. They give facts. If you're not possible like facts, you see. And I get more for explain to you. Let me go quick back on this one. Okay, despite several profile ceremonies marking the start of the construction at the Freetown Power Plant site, no actual building activity has been observed, highlighting ongoing project stagnation. Okay, recent development transfers to Energy Sierra Leone Investment Limited. Now, yeah, you can see the grant. Also, you can see the U.S. Embassy and other people, and they can connect. Now, how they can so small. Now, the transfer Energy Sierra Leone Investment Limited. The Freetown Power Plant project was transferred from Energy Sierra Leone Investment Limited, a UK incorporated subsidiary formed after construction purportedly began. This transfer involved violations, lack of transparency, and financing without public tender, raising concerns about governance and adherence to Sierra Leone's law. I'll explain to you this in detail. Let's just go quick. Let's just finish this one. The impact of the persistent electricity crisis in Sierra Leone, the Freetown Power Plant project has failed to deliver any infrastructure over 15 years, causing ongoing blackouts undermine public trust. Despite high-profile launch, no construction has started, fueling skepticism, corruption, and escalating debt over 1 billion have worsened the crisis, while privatization reforms have deepened mismanagement. The stalled project hampers economic productivity. All right, so let's go quick. Conclusion and recommendation. All right, very well. This the need for less transparency take place, blah 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 blah. And credit goes to African Express. Okay, but somebody don't say, we don't see much it. What the evidence? What the evidence for say they don't take out? Where? And we know the talk here without no connect for you. But before we can give you a lot of evidence for showing some of them money there, why we not go remind you, let you again? Because when we get for can't do them, I want to let you we get a lock at one time now. Yeah, John Perkins, the author of Economic Hitman, this now a renowned author, now a renowned personality. I mean, name all the media platform there, the big one there, they don't interview, don't go there. Before you come out to yourself, you go to DW. It tell me something. This not to say we go take other source again, where of course it can find for Lego take. So this we get the opportunity. The person can now be platform. You platform, we all platform. It tell me exactly what some of you know or what some of you not know. I want to take you into history. Quick, listen and quick. How the U.S. ambassadors in the involved by the dealer? What they come just now.
John, I please, In your books, I read, to my astonishment, if you will, about the different type of occupational personnel that make the economic hitman journey. You know, you talked about, in your books, you talked about priests, you talk about the Peace Corps, you talk about the ambassadors. Can you just explain to the people how all of that is the machinery behind the economic hitman policies, please?
Yeah, I think it's perhaps the most obvious form of that is in a place like the World Bank, where most of the people in any kind of high positions were ministers of finance for other countries, like yours, like Sierra Leone. I don't know specifically, but and they came from very top positions. They usually came from the wealthy families, the ones that control most of the resources of the country. And so when they're at the World Bank and they're making decisions about how the World Bank will distribute its money to other countries, they're very biased in favor of helping their own families and helping, you know, the businesses that are there. So they want to direct those loans toward things like that, which are things usually like big electric power systems, major highways and ports and airports, things that are helping the big business. And, you know, the alternative to that is what I call a life economy, where you're putting those kinds of resources, that kind of money, that kind of investment into small agriculture, into small fisheries, into small little hotels, bed and breakfast type of hotels and restaurants for people, normal people, you know, people that don't have a lot of money. You help them develop their own businesses. That is a very good way to use these kinds of monies. Typically, it isn't used that way because these organizations are part of not just a system that wants to spread its own imperialism, but also because it brings people in at high levels. That's their mentality. You know, they've grown up thinking, they've grown up in wealthy families, they've grown up being part of big business. They've probably gone to colleges and, you know, wherever and learned this process, as I did. And then they believe, as I did, for 7 of the 10 years I was an economic hitman, I truly believed that I was doing the right thing, because these statistics, like I said earlier, you invest this money and the economy grows. It looks good. The GDP per capita grows. So you think everybody's doing well. That's a lie. GDP per capita.
All right. So, Fambul, the connection there, what do we under? When we see the ambassador there, you go feel say we'll get one small, like, I don't know if he I think the mentality or the way they don't program your brain. Whenever we see white man going to the country, the first thing we remember, you don't take and say you can better. A lot of Sierra Leone there. When you see ambassador, when you see this as I don't speak that English, we don't probably panic. Maybe sometime we reset button, don't go back. Not able to understand. Now, I can tell you how then they use them guy for can put you into debt. And then that year, not to say that they can't help you. If you check, let's just bring you first before ever come. During EBK time, up to Maada Bio time, we country we don't spend more than $500 million. Not too many words. Listen this one. They can.
Enterprises, parastatals are also a source of waste and debt. But what is more troubling is the impunity that go with the waste.
By 2018, the previous government had spent over $500 million on electricity and still left Sierra Leone in darkness.
For the past 5 years, President Bio has spent additional millions of United States dollars for the provision of electricity to the car power ship. This brings the total amount spent for the provision of electricity for the past 15 years to $985 million United States dollars. This amount is enough for the country to have its own car power ship through special financing arrangements. But EDSA under APC and SFPP, up to now, we have still not yet assured of lights.
Same
APC.
Okay, even though then guy the research and do a bias, then tell you say under EBK time they spend 500 million, right? What about when you reach to Bio then say millions, so not color. But it's on us, we understand. And this Lavali, we know say na SLPP. When I say na SLPP, not to say na bad for less somebody than SLPP, but just that, then they hide behind civil society for promoting them party. That's not the most disingenuous, dishonest, and traitor. And a traitor, what can they do? And when I talk, I will not just talk, we get police evidence and for submit that. But forget about this. Still, you are asked, how the U.S. Embassy connects here? Because up till now, you don't talk, you not see. Okay. Listen to this launching where the U.S. ambassador be witness.
My hope is that this project for the people of Sierra Leone will ultimately mean reliable electricity. And that in turn means that people will be able to have better access to healthcare, better access to education, the ability to grow and sustain businesses, and the ability to improve their lives.
People of Sierra Leone are looking for opportunities for economic growth, to grow their businesses, to power their universities, to power their hospitals. And at the heart of all of that are the key infrastructure, the power or energy infrastructure, the transportation infrastructure, the digital infrastructure. That will then create the economic conditions for the economy to flourish, for businesses and private enterprise to grow. And so we are bringing our tools to be able to help provide the debt financing, the political risk insurance, the access to capital that businesses need by helping to de-risk private investment and allow this country and this economy to achieve its ambitions.
This is a project for all Sierra Leoneans, irrespective of their ethnicity, irrespective of their political opinion. Everyone is going to benefit by having more reliable electricity. It will be available to the people of Kissy, and it will be available to the people of Kono. It will be available to the people of Port Loko. The idea is to make sure that every Sierra Leonean sees the economic benefits of reliable electricity generation and distribution.
Okay, you still ask me, was this man a diplomat? I can do for you a short research what we do. Diplomats them. Now America, they lobby. Why not tell you, I they give reference to? Then the lobby made them send them for go work in Africa. Then they will lobby to the US government, made them send them as ambassador. Some of them prefer made them send them to Africa than they send them to the UK or France. Yes. And like I say, no worry, you get more. So, but like, before we even put for you another more evidence on this, I want to take you back to Parkins. These are people in way, then they're part of, I mean, you know, they were doing this thing. Now, then they're out now, more or less for Canterbury. I'll take you back just 3 minutes, but see what listen to.
Second edition. The third one came out recently, which is about China's economic hitmen and their strategy. Well, my real title was chief economist at a major U.S. consulting firm. But my job and that of my staff who worked for me was to identify countries with resources that U.S. corporations wanted, like oil, for example. Okay. And then I would arrange a huge loan to that country from the World Bank or one of its sister organizations. But the money didn't actually go to the country. It went to our own corporations, engineering construction companies like Bechtel and Halliburton and Brown and Root and a bunch of those, which made huge profits off building big infrastructure projects in the country. Things like electric power systems, highways, ports, airports, industrial parks. And, you know, these are all, the collateral on the loans was the oil or whatever the resource happened to be. And today it's usually it's often things like lithium and gold and copper and the rare minerals that are needed by high tech, as well as oil. Oil continues to be. Yeah. Yeah. But in the end, the country couldn't pay its loan. It can't pay off its debt, and that's really set up that they take too much debt. And so we go in, I go in, the economic hitmen go in, usually under the guise of the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, and say we'll restructure the loan. But in order to do that, you have to meet certain conditions.
If I may jump, so you are going, you're posing as like you're coming to help the people, the country, the specific country.
Right, right. And in fact, Komon-Tok, I believed I was helping the country for the first 7 years that I did this job, because I was taught in business school, and we could show statistically that when we invest these huge amounts of money in infrastructure, the GDP, the gross domestic product, the economy grows, and it does. And so it seems as though, and you can say the GDP per capita grows, and that makes it sound as though everybody does better, because per capita means, per person. But the fact of the matter is GDP is really biased in favor of very rich people and big corporations. And so when you show that economy is growing, this GDP is not a good measure of prosperity, overall prosperity. It doesn't measure that. So what you're actually seeing is that, that the GDP is growing, but that means the rich are getting richer. And usually the rest of the country is getting poorer because money is diverted from healthcare and education and other social services to pay the interest on the debt. And in the end, the country can't pay its debt. And that's when we go back in and say, hey, since you can't pay your debt, sell your oil or whatever the resource is real cheap to our corporations without environmental or social regulations. Let us build a military base on your soil, or privatize your public sector businesses like your water and sewage system and sell them to our investors, or vote with us on the next United Nations vote against Cuba or whatever we want you to vote on. So basically.
So, family, when I don't see the genealogy, then they arrange huge loan to a country where they know say they're not able to pay this loan. And now they talk about 1 billion. When they talk about waiting 1 billion, where the 1 billion? Where the project? Okay, when I'm not seeing that in it. All right. Now I begin bring Khan to you first. What do we do first? I will take you into what we do a little bit of research. Let you know, say, and this again, by the way, is not only tied to the US ambassador. The previous ones then, the UK embassy, High Commissioner back then, under them project here, they all launch them project here. Like I said, now a long piece, if you read it, you say and they then be launching project here. But why didn't they even come to Africa? Some of them. Now I think we get something there. You see, so we do a little bit of research. Instances where US officials have sought to or lobbied for diplomatic posting, including ambassadorship in Africa, often for career advancement, policy influence, or personal interests. So these are some of the 4 reasons and what we found. As soon as I sit down and then at the reference and I can go check and find out again. We thank God how the world London now. We don't need to argue too much. Give the reference, you go find them for yourself. One of the reasons we make people in one kind of Africa, the US, the diplomats and can lobby. One, it could be for career diplomat. Foreign service officers may request posting in Africa to gain experience in strategic region, especially given the continent's growing geopolitical importance. 2, political appointees. Some ambassadorship, including in Africa, are given to political allies or donors. Individuals may lobby the White House or State Department for these roles. Policy priorities. Africa is a focal point for US interests like counterterrorism, the Sahel, the Horn of Africa, the trade AGOA, and competition with China, Russia. The last one, personal interest. Some officials seek posting in specific country due to regional expertise or personal connection. So when you look at all of them reasons here, it could fall within why there's some of them they actually ask that they're sending to Africa. Because the overall, in other words, the accountability measure, in other words, like for investigate or a quick, easy, because we people are quick for corrupt. And then they are not sent. These people, they are not sent. Not just Motama like me and you two way. If Nobody not even for money to run. You see opportunity, it can make use of it, particularly those without the fear of God. Now, not just take you, even as that somebody will still ask, okay, we need more. Not so, no worry, they can't give you more. I want to see first what in the US embassy say. All right, let's see them connection here. The US embassy, look at how the money they go. When you ask yourself, who side this money go? This, look at the dates. Now be April 2024. Not so. We are very pleased to share that the US government, through the DFC government, US Gov will be investing. Will be investing. This is not to the MCCO. Will be investing 229 million to support private companies to build, operate 103 megawatt power plant through the Western Area Power Generation Project. Private sector initiative like this are solution to Salone energy needs. These are the projects, the similar project where don't metamorphose, where don't transfer from EBK in time, where we begin take money. Forget about this. You still one gets proof, not so. I want to let you see again. See another official, US official. Congratulations to TCQP Power, this Milele Energy. I will show you how this connected again into this one. This, if you are like, then gang against the people. This is an excellent example of strong partnership and collective action. I am proud that the USTDA feasibility study helped mobilize financing for this project that will support the people of Salone at this critical point. Now, look at what the USTD tweets. Then say, congratulations to TCQP Power and Milele Energy. USTDA is proud that our 2020 feasibility study contributed to the mobilization of $412 million in DFC financing for a project that is so critical to Sierra Leone. All of them, they say a critical, which is good. Which is good, not to say na lie and they lie for say critical. But you ask, what's this money? Look at the other side. The power, the company was supposed to do this. Look what it them trees. So you see how the thing they connected. You see the reality. They see not to one source now. Because if now one source, you go say, okay, my one. You see all the players are all the way involved. All the other way involved. How then they connect the thing. What it then told? They say announcement. Sierra Leone promote access to reliable energy. Up to $412 million in additional financing and political insurance. Okay, don't forget about that. Let's go a little bit. I want you to see again. I'll take you back to what in Parking just tell you. When the corporation they come, then they inject huge amount of loan in the country where they know they're not able to pay. You know why? Because we get resources where they one can take. And they want to let people become servitude. They want to let people work for them forever. And the thing when they money, a lot of people go put the argument, say, well, other countries then take loan, they make them up. For example, Japan after the World War II, Germany, Europe. Yeah, because there's accountability. Because they are patriots there. People are valuable. But we, all the money I wouldn't talk to, where the money there? This is a question we for ask. Now, let me see what he then do. If you listen what in Parking say, then they look, the airport will get safe. Look, the Minister of Information now inputs this for me. What in them tweets? Then say, over 200 million, over $200 million to this. Not to say a person can say that is at least now you get them from source. This now waiting them willing for sell winner now with the text. Not to waiting some tell will not forever know. From the be a quick just this sorry about that. We the talk and right, we the talk and clear from Sierra Leone to everywhere. Oh yeah. Komon-Tok. Come make me hear from the streets of. All right, sorry about that. So 200 million, 200 when I get more, over 200 million has been disbursed for the gas plant for the gas plant and over 150 million invested by the DFC Gov in the new Freetown International Airport. These investments are attributed to President Bio leadership and engagement on global stage. So when I say, apart from waiting they don't do we on the energy. So if we connect from waiting packing say, when they arrange huge loans, when I get to them country because when I know say them country now wherever able to pay una, and when I go come back in a disguise of IMF through IMF or World Bank for can say okay since we're able to pay we I give you this place. When I give you oil, when I give you na kono, we mine diamond, when I give you this, or when I privatize this one, or anything with them fee say them on for take. This now way out for neocolonialism. Now, Africana Bar put the other side. I said the first question are how did the US finance Suma Group? 25 contracts. So you see, a contract first I'm testing a Turkish, then we end up Kano saying now US group now then finance this project where cost we more than 200 million. All right, let's move on a little bit from that side. Now, I want you see back on the same project. United States signed 217 million agreement for phone power plant. 217 million. Again, this will be 2021. These are the same Milele. Watch the name. Una they can't see this company for don't loss. Now, if you see what in David Moina Senge put, it's absolutely big news. Sierra Leone's 108 megawatt Western Area Power Generation Project secures an additional 292 million from DFC, 40 million from IBDC. These landmark investments by Milele Energy and TCQ Power will absorb our electricity challenges. Imagine this from 2008. What did they say? They can't solve a problem, electricity. More than 1 billion. What side this money go? Where the Freetown Western Power Energy Generation? Now planet, whose planet so the maker? Whose place so the maker? Huh? Whose place so the maker? Now I want to see back now your screen. Like I said, will they bring come for you more and more? This now waiting for tell you say the embassies here, where in the country. They're not just there for interest. They are there for their own interest. Forget about the flowery language. See what it then put. The U.S. Embassy, Lord, take what it then put. Congratulations to Sierra Leone on the signature of this landmark agreement for the construction of liquefied natural gas in Freetown. The 150 million investment to be constructed by this, constructed and supplied by the U.S. company Atlantic Gulf Pacific will transform Sierra Leone into a global supplier of American source fuel power to West Africa energy needs. I'm sure by this stage now, if you get any doubt or any question about whether actually what you would answer for talk, what it's, you go don't clear your mind. Now see what's happen again. Yumkela 9 tweets. Then there's a breaking news. They talk, see, connected to the fact that then they talk about energy. But with all this somehow don't talk, more than $1 billion, we don't see this project, this Freetown Power Energy, wouldn't they talk about where start from EBK time. A lot of people and say, in fact, now there a lot of corruption become where Maada Bio be get for all EBK behind closed doors said, for hand over this thing to me. Because the projects it be shielded in secrecy. Not to everybody inside in government have been know. Very few people have been know. But of course, when there is a change of government, definitely the information, even if you know one pass, you get for passer because you know say for the next 2-3 years you not get for Didi. Now I want to take you back in a little bit of this one. Let me just push a little bit on here. This is not the last one we will take anyway. For I hope see we go see. Okay, very well. Okay. Now I want to let you see this how them play with the game. Yeah. Fambo. Let's take 1 minute break, 2 minutes break. This side on the right hand side, I can't read them for you. I explain them to you. Would I get tears for shed, he will shed tears. Would I get question for ask, he go ask. Would I get doubts for Salon, he go doubt. Would I go only accountable, you go ask. What's how we they go as a count? So many things will come at your mind. Let's take 2 minutes break. Let's drink water behind the scene. Let we come for them, but they can just best a bit.
From the streets of Freetown to the world beyond, with the yarn about the things we the hold strong. Political talks, we no go shy. Migration stories should no go die. Entertainment, we go dance to the beats. Health and well-being, make we rise from we sit. This now we platform, we go speak the truth. For the young and the old, now we voice be the roots. Komon-Tok, you go hear we loud. We no go hide, we go make we proud. From Salon to the world, we just stand and talk. Come here, we on, now we message for Komon-Tok, this now we voice. R&B, so we make the choice. From politics to health, we just stand firm. Migration and vibes, we the come from. Komon-Tok, now the place to be. We the young and clear for you and me. Komon-Tok, go yeah, we there. For the future, we the pave the way. We talk about the health, we need that for survive. Make the system better so we people go thrive. Entertainment this week, the music, the flow. But we still go young, the things we need to know. Political leaders, make una hear the cry. We go talk, I'm here, no, we no go lie. Now Komon-Tok, we the stand for the truth. Make we rise
Okay.
for the
Don't come back. You see certificate of incorporation on change of name. I want to underline that side. Let me read for you today on the right hand side of the screen. We'll get some from African Express, by the way. It says, over 4 years following these reforms, there was a significant growth in the DFC financial support for the construction of the Freetown power plant, which what started as a 217 million loan in 2021. I don't see that page there. In 2021, had more than doubled to over 412 million by June. But despite mounting debt, no construction work had yet commenced on the project site yet. On the 18th of June 2024, Julius Maada Bio and his cabinet official held another event in Kisi, East Freetown, to launch the construction of the Freetown power plant. The event was held on the very site where Koroma, and by Koroma, held his own event in March 2028. A year later, our investigation found no evidence that any such construction of a power plant had begun in Sierra Leone since June 2024. To the end of 2024, when construction was expected to be completed, Milele Energy suddenly folded its operations, suspended its Twitter account, and sold out all its investment shares to Osprey Renewables Africa Ltd. An emergency meeting call on October 16, 2024 in London agreed on a special resolution to change the company name to Osprey Renewables Africa Ltd. I'll explain this one now. I'll just stop and explain. Now, from this thing, this project starts very small, doing Ibikin, from Ibikin time now to Maada Bio in time. Lord pull Ibikin time. Lord just take from this last 4 years where this thing they talk about. It starts from 270 million. I don't see that side will put on a 270 million. Now it already to $412 million. Now on this very project, the very people that were supposed to do this project, what did they do? Then disappear. And even the Twitter account, then suspend the Twitter account. Imagine, that need to raise the highbrow. A company, all of a sudden, they suspend operation. Even the official page there, they're suspended. You don't get away for check what they do. So what did they do? Then call a meeting in London here to change the name. Milele, where they don't more or less take huge, and I make you see all of those evidences they will link to how much money they don't collect. Then decide to change the name. Now on the side on the right left hand side, now the name Nandi from Milele Energy to Osprey Renewables Africa. They don't change it. All right. Long rush quick and done this one. An Africanist press investigation revealed that the application to change Milele Energy into Osprey Renewables Africa Ltd was submitted to the Register of Companies for England and Wales on the same day, October 16, and was approved on the 17th, 2024, less than 24 hours the application was submitted. American executive Erik, Granskog, and James Ireland, who received DFC loans to build the power plant, also exited the company without explanation. However, while Milele Energy metamorphosed into Osprey Renewables, the Bio regime and its corporate allies transferred electricity infrastructure project to a newly constituted subsidiary company, Energy Sierra Leone Investment Limited, a subsidiary of the Angie Group. Similarly to the Milele Energy arrangement, Energy Sierra Leone Investment Limited also faced financial identical legal violations and transparency issues. The company also incorporated in the United Kingdom on July 24 as Maria Stratonova and Omosu Fred Omojelo as its listed executive officers. Stratonova and Fred Omojole have now replaced Milele Energy Erik, Granskog, James Ireland. However, the financial agreement and transaction to convert the corruption infested Freetown power plant into Energy Sierra Leone Investment Limited were carried out in October, not the other part of it. Okay, now we just summarize and formula. Now, the chief executive, they will be then at that Milele. Then resign without any explanation. Then transform the name from Milele to then call her Osprey, and then count new people. And then these are the very people where use we name Sierra Leone for go to us huge money, where they self with all the evidence we don't pack for us. So all the institutions confirm say they don't disperse the money, they don't give you the money. But yet still we not see who's at this power plant. And lastly, last month, I think June was this last month, yes, Maada Bio go launch on the very side, Usa Ibike go launch for the same power plant. You see, so you confuse. I'm sure you confuse. And me say confuse. Everybody confused, and because what I don't tell we don't understand. When we see them corporation there, then they can't help we. When we see white man, nah, then they can't help we. This what they say inferior complex in that we're not able to do something for ourselves. We also get, I know you want to talk this shameful because like not to know the actual, but sometimes you're not able to control the words they will come on emote, in certain circumstances because of the way you feel. Uncle Whittimore put foreigners there for go toss money on behalf of Salon for can't solve the electricity problem. Yet we're not able to see the electricity problem today. Now, today we see the government shamefully, look what it puts. Now, this puts shamefully joint press statement. They say the car power ship and the government of Salon they don't agree for extend another 1 year. And I just tell you, say they don't spend more than 1 billion first. We're supposed for buy we car power ship. Now we don't count for up. Not all this money we don't use. The one of more previous governments is from Anescoma to where and from Anescoma to Maada Bio where just come. Which you don't spend first more according to institutes for research governance or their own findings. Imagine these are people where they work with the governments now. Now then pull land back. So when you come to where it happen, we careful just take we country see that I make if I say people in the admire right now Burkina Faso. These people who they not come for can solve the problems. They're not come waiting for can solve the problems at all. They not come for can it's a place hot. Are they in a issue if true. I don't know what's happening. So they just they not come for can solve the problems. But for let you understand how this happens, I want to take you back. Let me remind you. 400 years of slavery, 400 years. What do we gain? And how many years of colonialism? More than 200. And now we get what's in neo-colonialism. I'll take you into history. What they come just now.
The roots of corruption in Africa can be traced back to the colonial era. The corruptors of the African leaders are still empowering the new African corrupt leaders to serve their masters. Unveiling the shadows, Africa's struggle against Western economic exploitation and corruption. The narrative of Africa's historical exploitation is intricately linked with the pervasive issue of corruption, with Western powers often portrayed as facilitators of this phenomenon. As Africa navigates the path to self-determination and economic empowerment, a critical aspect of this journey is the examination of corruption and its impact on the continent. This essay delves into the historical details of how corruption, often perpetuated by Western entities, has played a role in hindering Africa's development. Historical roots of corruption. The roots of corruption in Africa can be traced back to the colonial era, where exploitative practices were institutionalized and local elites collaborated with colonial powers for personal gain. The legacy of corruption continued post-independence, as new leaders sometimes inherited corrupt systems or succumbed to the allure of personal enrichment. Western powers, with their economic interests in Africa, often turned a blind eye to corrupt practices within local governments as long as it served their strategic objectives. Neocolonial influences. In the post-colonial era, neocolonialism became a subtle form of control wherein Western nations continued to exert influence over African economies and politics. Multinational corporations, often with Western roots, engaged in exploitative practices, taking advantage of weak regulatory frameworks and corrupt officials. The extraction of resources, tax evasion, and illicit financial flows became common, siphoning off wealth from African nations and perpetuating cycles of poverty. The role of multinational corporations. Multinational corporations, often operating with Western origins, have been implicated in corrupt practices that have had severe repercussions for Africa. Unfair trade agreements, tax evasion, and bribery have been used as tools to maintain control over valuable resources. This economic exploitation not only widens the wealth gap but also hinders the development of sustainable industries within Africa. International financial institutions. International financial institutions, influenced by Western powers, have sometimes imposed structural adjustment programs that prioritize economic liberalization over social development. These policies, while purportedly aimed at fostering economic growth, have often exacerbated poverty and inequality. The conditions attached to loans and aid packages have sometimes led to corrupt practices within African governments as leaders seek to secure funds for their nations at the expense of transparency and accountability. Civil society and anti-corruption movements. Despite the challenges, Africa has seen the rise of vibrant civil society movements and organizations dedicated to combating corruption. These movements are increasingly holding both local and foreign entities accountable for their actions. Calls for transparency, accountability, and responsible governance are gaining momentum, challenging the entrenched systems that have allowed corruption to persist. Moving forward. The fight against corruption in Africa requires a multifaceted approach that addresses both internal and external factors. African nations are increasingly adopting measures to strengthen institutions, enhance transparency, and prosecute corrupt individuals. The international community, particularly Western nations, must play a role in supporting these efforts by promoting fair trade practices, responsible investment, and ethical corporate behavior. Conclusion. As Africa strives for economic empowerment and self-determination, the issue of corruption cannot be ignored. By acknowledging historical injustices and holding both local and Western entities accountable, Africa can pave the way for a future that is free from the shackles of corruption. Collaboration between African nations and the international community is essential to foster an environment where economic growth is inclusive, sustainable, and just.
Okay, so family, we need to wake up. We need to wake up and ask critical questions, because silence is not an option, and silence accomplishes it. If you keep quiet, you say not your business. You keep quiet, you say you don't mix from politics. You keep quiet, you say man and sky day. I want to let you know, say you don't cause more harm than probably, more or less not the same crime you don't commit. Because one, you suffer. So even if you get picking and if picking get for come, they all get for pay. This 1 billion, where we don't put Snayasu. We need for ask this question: where the money? Where the Freetown PowerPoint and project? Where the light? Who side of them? Where? And also, now we also the advice. We not say let white man not kind of country. We not say let the embassies then close then door then no come. Not so that's what they try for talk. We don't try for say we don't need them. Partnership is good, but let be fair. In fact, we know if you check, and a lot of economists point that party, we as Africa, we don't need even the aid. What do we need? Fair trade. And let us stop exploitation, manipulation, and technically corrupt and of course Africans and corrupt back. It's having like couldn't say opportunity meets opportunity meets expectation. Not like that. Preparation, opportunity meets preparation. Person prepared, though you can see the opportunity. Even if we go back into slavery, 400 years of slavery, not to the entirely the foreigners, we own brothers and sisters and sisters aid and abet. Now the same thing happens. Now it continues from slavery, colonialism, now a new colonialism. What's how this money go? It's not a question where I know allow you, and if you don't get the answer today, if you not ever ask this question, rather, but the think I will ask. Each time somebody can tell you about electricity, ask somebody this money. Where this Freetown power project? Where? What side of them Bila? The 120, in fact, they reduce them from 128 megabytes and put on 100. Even if 100 megabytes they able make it's fine. If not, that's able make safe it's fine. But where? Anyway, Fumble, we tap the program now on the African news. I think Lord go on the African news so they can just
yeah. Oh yeah. This now Komon-Tok. In case you don't know. Oh yeah. Whenever we pledge with love and loyalty to a sweet mamas alone. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go mix alone. Anytime where you pay, anytime where you go, anything you they do, it no matter. Oh yeah, it no matter. Now we for turn up Tanga one inside Sierra Leone. Let one big family, cause
The Republic of Congo and Rwanda on Friday signed a peace deal facilitated by the U.S. to help end the decade-long deadly fighting in eastern Congo, while helping the U.S. government and American companies gain access to critical minerals in the region. The deal has been touted on as an important step towards peace in the Central African nation of Congo, where conflict with more than 100 armed groups, the most potent backed by Rwanda, has killed millions since 1990s.
Rwanda stands ready to work with the DRC to deliver on our joint commitments. To conclude, allow me to once again express Rwanda's appreciation to all who have contributed to this milestone. Thank you.
This peace agreement is the starting point, not the end goal. It must now be followed by disengagement, justice, and the return of displaced families, and the return of refugees, both to the DRC and Rwanda.
The Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, called it an important moment after 30 years of war.
An important moment after 30 years of war. President Trump is a president of peace. He really does want peace. He prioritizes it above all else.
The agreement has provisions on territorial integrity, prohibition of hostilities, and the disengagement, disarmament, and conditional integration of non-state armed groups. It's also at the heart of Trump's push to gain access to critical minerals needed for so much of the world's technology at a time when the United States and China are actively competing for influence in Africa.
A little out of my league in that one because I didn't know too much about it. I knew one thing. They were going at it for many years, and with machetes. It is one of the worst wars that anyone's ever seen. And I just happened to have somebody that was able to get it settled.
The Rwanda-backed M23 rebel group is the most prominent armed group in the conflict, and its major advance early this year left bodies on the streets. With 7 million people displaced in Congo, the United Nations has called it one of the most protracted, complex, serious humanitarian crises on earth.
Okay, so when it comes to this, again, a lot of commentators then get what they look at. There is one part where we're not able to put an eye, but maybe sometime another day we go put for you exactly within the US government dictates. One of the things when we get concerned, we don't say what they talk about, processing. If they can't take the mineral, at least creates the, even if in the primary, even if in the beginning, I mean, just for the polishing side stuff, you can even polish it, you can create fatigue. But this deal was signed with the US government, but mind you, now DRC Congo call America, not just America go meet them, call and say, can help will get peace, don't take care of we mineral. Like I say, if time permits, we tomorrow we will bring for now one of the documents. Let's see where America, like more or less, I don't think about on the security aspects and the port side, the mineral, then just the ship out. Where the concern, where a lot of people and they say, why don't they process some of those material for let the local people and get now at least job instead of then just ship them. Because how long will continent enjoy the how long we not able to understand again, you know, how long at the same thing we saw for Sierra Leoneans there for more than discover diamond in the early 1920s, 27, 28 to the 30. We're not able to get a process and plan at least for add value, just like what Botswana they do. So we know it's Alex, you know, we don't understand. You know, we officials say what's I know they understand. I know they sometimes, you know. Anyway, now we're gonna do all news, and then we Idris Elba Law left for another day. Instead, we get a lot for can do journalogy. Well, left perhaps tomorrow. You know, lucky time up. Time, you know, so what they can. Not show you the one.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. This now Komon-Tok. In case you don't know.
Good morning. We're going out to Alligator Alcatraz. It's an East Coast version, and it should be very exciting, very good. Worked very hard on it with Ron and everybody, and I think it's going to be great. And then I'll be back here fighting for the bill, and I hear it's going okay. We'll move it along. But we'll be back here pretty early.
Do you think the president on the bill used to warning some Republicans not to go too crazy with the cuts? Are there parts of the bill or amendments that you think cut too much?
We're going to have to see the final version. I don't want to go too crazy with cuts. I don't like cuts. There are certain things that have been cut, which is good. I think we're doing well. We're going to have to see. It's very complicated stuff. Great enthusiasm, as you know. And I think in the end, we're going to have it. What do you think, Caroline? Yeah, I think
what do you think about pro-Ron Mamdani having such a hard time condemning the phrase globalizing intifada?
I think he's terrible. He's a communist. The last thing we need is a communist. I said there will never be socialism in the United States. Now we have a communist. So I think he's bad news. And I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with him, watching him, because he has to come right to this building to get his money. And don't worry, he's not going to run away with anything. I think he's frankly, I've heard he's a total nut job. I think the people of New York are crazy. If they go this route, I think they're crazy. We will have a communist for the first time, really, a pure, true communist. He wants to operate the grocery stores, the department stores. What about the people that are there? I think it's crazy.
What happened to Elon Musk?
Who?
What happened to Elon Musk?
Nothing. You know, he's upset he's losing his EV mandate, and he's very upset about things, but you know, he could lose a lot more than that. I can tell you right now. Hey, Elon can lose a lot more than that. We hope it's going to happen, and we're looking forward to happen sometime next week. We want to get our hostages back.
All right. Sorry about that. The noise be too much, but anyway, plenty on let's just summarize purely the. I mean, these are two. The married and quick. The married and quick. Elon Musk pump more than $200 million now Trump in campaign, and a lot of people and give and credit say now he actually make it win. Of course, I say happy now. But how the married hand. But the thing we're just shocking when the marriage be sweet in the early days of the relationship, Elon Musk creates artificial refugee. It creates a scene say South Africa then get refugee. I mean, and then genocide take place there. In fact, to a point to that they even allowed them for Canada, US. But when the market poil, we see where Trump they say a misleader. And he not just tap, even reminder of late today. I say possibly go deport her. Even though, of course, people like would just say this are just they're all artworm, down they know and in believe say financial discipline. Now one of the things we will save the economy. I mean the American government continue for increase more debts, more trillions. Of course, the American government will get more than 29 to 30 trillion. With this new one, if you say another 5 trillion will add on this one, where it will cause a lot of problem for the average Americans. Where Trump not saying so, it's saying different. So these two opposing views, it don't cause a little. I mean, very very tough. This is not small, very very tough. I mean, this be fair will continue as I say. Elon Musk gets a lot for loss as a business person. As you know, the American government is subsidized heavily by most of in projects where they empower, where they embark on. Well, we go keep an eye on and see what's in they go on. So the world is crazy today, friend today, enemies tomorrow, or maybe, yeah, I don't know. All right, so I know how the program now for tonight. Tomorrow they come. Idris Elba, then get with tomorrow, most probably. Okay, we'll take 2 minutes break. When we come, we can give the mic. Of course, we see on a text messages there. We can read my text message there, all right? We can read there. We can.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This now Komon-Tok. In case you don't know. Oh, yeah. With love and loyalty to his sweet mamas alone. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make alone. Anytime where you stay, anytime where you go, anything you they do, it no matter. Oh yeah, it no matter. Now we for turn up Tanga one. Inside Sierra Leone, let one big family, cause no place like home. In case you don't know, this not Komon-Tok. Where to bring information about Salone. In case you don't know, this not Komon-Tok. Where to bring information about Salone. For education, entertainment, political affairs, tune in, Komon-Tok. For education, entertainment, political affairs, tune in, Komon-Tok.
Yeah, Fambula Ronkan on the other side of the program. All right. Okay. Okay. So we start first. Slow starts on the other side. Eh? We take this from Vidal Smith. Project finance are specific steps from project initiation to eventual construction. Funds for the project are not disbursed as a single payment to anyone. I think this guy just a join with. Would I tell you say that single payments in do? Would I tell you so? We use step by step, date by date. How then disburse the money there? Would I tell you say that we just accumulate the aggregate, the accumulated amount, and then tell you so, according to what in African is found. Do not tell you say then just go. No project, no day where they just get at the money, then go give person so. If you next, I mean, you go to car or at least if you don't understand, not right, because you will make other people who don't there and then go ask what are this anyway. This one, Giles Songose, is written as if you try at all costs to bring something to keep. All right. Anyway, some of these guys, I really don't see now. So see names them, who knows where they come up from. I bet the Trump administration is more interested in the raw material. And this one, they come out from George. Okay, now we had another voice. Yes, call outside you call from?
Yes, Mr. Komon-Tok, thank you so much. I come from Virginia.
Yeah, you get the platform?
Thank you so much. You see, Mr. Komon-Tok, I'm glad for we you don't free your life, you don't free your soul, and the way that the Komon-Tok, you don't free your life, you don't free your soul. Because some certain information and they will then forget that out. You know, information is very important. And if they move from one stage to another, as you go to say and very good. Which are the type of talking now? So during the former government, they make internet, they give free days that they for the weekend and free calls them, we student them, they go for a chat and do that thing with the internet for let them know it's in their Apple. Now make it a message them, the people they pass their bad information there to people there. But when the government comes, what they do, they lock the information there. They make the guy decide by itself if you get information like then good information, where you don't share so. Let you share with other people to get information. And so government become traitor or let the information not go out. But with the flow we go, we they ask everybody who don't listen to them, so long we take and share and like for let the nation go far and beyond. Because all the other religions they come, they did in a simple way they hide. At the end of the day, they begin preach and say one day they expose. They don't care about the Muslim. Muslim whatever they land the Quran, they hide them until finally they say, well now that the truth will come out. No officer with the elect. Elect now few people will get, they will continue for the preach to them for don't say that they tell you people they don't get a country. Especially this government also, you understand. All the things they criticize from their previous government, they can do triple. They do triple. They can do triple. So when they ask, let we make sure say we sensitize them and continue for tell them what's the right thing, what's the right. Because they're not letting them say some of the money that's not work better. Now we all scaling and then we all rely on that country today. Any success we can work for better. But they make sure say the information reach them. So me I encourage we all know what the country for share and let them know how these governments are done. We get the people how they don't embed the money, how they don't take the money. But let's say you want to see Mr. Komon-Tok. Then when they better them and the beginning. Then they watch that in the media they see past president them. How they perish and the family perish.
All right, thank you. Yeah, thank you. God bless you too, your family. Thank you for joining us. We'll get this one. Concern Sierra Leone. All right, so don't miss this one. Okay, now we add this person. This one they come out from Concern Sierra Leone. Yes, Concern Sierra Leone. You get the platform. Where's they call from?
Yes. Yes, Mr. Komon-Tok. Thank you so much for the good work. This is my concern, Selena, the call from the US.
All right, you get a platform.
Yeah, my brother. You see some of them with brothers and they will be send them comments and they watch them last name no more. Not to see some man now with the joiner. Now deliberately now some man they do them. You know, they're so myopic, they don't stick with this tribalism business. Some of them guys also they don't know, they say no more na people and they do, but they don't know say na themselves they do, and they think they, if not generation yet unborn, and then they are mocked. So they say no more na love the one within a power or certain political party. So we at the same time we all come out. Now Minde Bobby now we self soap. We not like for talk about tribal business, but the way things they go so right now, my brother, if Southeastern people they not wake up, they not wise up, you know. At the end of the day, they will sit down, they look say, hey, we brother don't do now which will benefit, you know. For right now, they block, you know. I don't know if my cult business where they don't take oaths to. So even when they talk the reality, they come with evidence, the way they see, then they still they come and they can't play one kind of a game, you know,
No.
they build people in mind.
Brother,
the way how the world they go so, hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
The way how the world they go so now, you know, if you they support one government or you fool, go like go die one time. Go let go die one time because nobody know they look out for a company again. Whether international community or not, they all they try to can exploit you, get within they want from the country and go. Not to say now let them like Africa. Now waiting and they can benefit from there. Now I make them they can then I make them they put much there. But if we get we own people away then I aim of ideas. Oh that's good then I right mind. Right senses for them government will do good thing then it is still they can criticize or they can't condemn. You know, good thing first they have to condemn. When you see something, look like what thing happen at Burkina Faso. Even when we only minister can they can't down play and like for say
thank you very much, my brother.
Yeah,
We add another voice.
My brother, thank you so much. Let God bless you for the good work.
God bless you too. Let's take another voice. Okay, we missed this one. Okay, we missed this one again. Okay, now we have this one. This is now Abu from Ireland.
Hello, Mr. Komon-Tok.
Yes, Abu, you get the platform. Go ahead. You get 2 minutes.
Yeah, thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you.
Mr. Komon-Tok, thank you for your analysis, my brother. You know, I know other people, because you say we talk, they will tell you, what religion get for do punish. But we get for understand what they cause the problem. But the fact say black man believes say with man that they can go paradise. You understand? You don't believe say in your black brother will make it see paradise. He believes say the with man and they can go paradise. You know, will never ever deny with man. Never. He will only deny with man if you not sit down in front of him. Now, where John Perkins be the way they give analysis then, John Perkins be the explain. Look the body language. If you watch carefully of Reggie Cole, look in body language. Reggie Cole go there in front of you now. They go deny John Perkins. They go talk blah blah blah. Whitman go can't do this. They can't. But if you sit down in front of Whitman, observe the body language of Reggie Cole. Any sentence where John Perkins talk, he respond. The answer is yes. If you watch the body language, go tell you say we stay there under the slavery. The black man, the people then of Congo, they say that America they disturb the whole situation. The African man get an idea there. But when they wait and go snap in front of them, can you what at the kittens they go kill the picking, they go kill her? Because we believe say wait man they carry go paradise. Now this is the problem. But the fact that we get an ideology in our brain, not believe ourselves, no go never ever Africa no go never be a better place. Because we they kill we on picking them for worship with man. So how we expand that now before we do watch Reggie Cole in body language. You could tell you say anything we can pack his talk.
Thank you very much, my brother, for your contribution. They had another voice. And I don't know really I want to connect this one with Reggie Cole. But anyway, we'll take another voice. Yes, call outside the call from.
Yeah, and they call from the United States.
Yeah, you get the platform.
Yeah, so Namina Violence Smith will make that comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't listen to you for over 3 years now.
Okay.
So me, I don't need on the platform. But today I joined late. Okay. So which are the try for portray, and I want to tell you, say, me a qualified project finance person. okay, and energy policy. Which here the try to say I don't follow the Nance project, Milele. Even before they were Milele, there was another name, CEC Power, okay, all the way from China. So now project who I don't follow for long time, okay. So which here the try to say none of them money already announced 419 million. They not disburse that money they yet. Some of the money they don't disburse, okay. So for project finance, you start with, preliminary design, so they will disperse that money there. Then you get what you call the EPC contractor, when are they responsible for purchase all the equipment, then they will disperse some of that money there. Then before the actual construction, then money will be dispersed all the way throughout. And that's how they try to point out.
Okay, so the way you put her like say aggregates. Again, I study project management, by the way. I know which are the type of talk. We know just possible.
Certified project manager.
Yeah, again, like I tell you, sir, not to the issue, but what are the type of talk here? No money, not there, no project, no there. Wouldn't go just take that loan, them give. And this project used to say we agree from 2008. Whose project from 2030 day? Go on a salon, ask, go see, ask.
You know why?
Tell
Because they don't ever get to the point where they call financial close. In terms of
me brother,
get an event.
we don't see how
They
many.
don't ever get to that.
Look,
because they don't get that final investor.
How much money also they don't disperse? You get you get any how much idea how much they don't disperse?
Definitely not. They're not dispersed 400 million.
Well, I did tell you now, based on the reports now from African Express, they don't disburse more than that amount, according to their own findings. Okay, well, again, thank you very much. Again, we make reference. You can go check them out.
I don't read African Express. I don't follow them for a long time.
Okay, me what allow add another voice.
This $119 million loan.
You can call back. Lowy had another voice. Thank you. Yeah, Lowy had another voice. Thank you. A big. Lowy had another voice. Yes. The master dream builder. I guess.
Yes. Good evening, Mr. Komon-Tok.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just came in and I just say, let me put Komon-Tok on, and here is a man trying to tie my name to something where anybody will know me, sir. It makes sense. By the way, the audience, this is Reggie Cole. This man talk say, anything the weight man talk me, listen to me carefully. The weight man they tell you, that particular weight man they tell you, but the economic hitman policies where me they teach you about on a daily basis through the Master Dream Builder series where they gonna hold you. So obviously, I have to agree with him. Don't tell me about somebody, me, we employ over 30 people when I with man, me ex-boss system, pay more taxes than Keir Starmer and Rishi Sunak combined. Can't tell me nonsense. What I'm teaching the people, not confuse the people with your nonsense, right? If your tribalistic view making a pick on Reggie Cole, you're not even in the room, my friend, whoever you are. What kind of nonsense, Dandy? I'm agreeing on the principle that the man was trying to paint about the economic hitman ways, and this man they can talk about body language. Would that make you expert in body language? If you're an expert in body language, you'll be a multi-millionaire because that's what salespeople do. Can I teach you?
All right. Okay, Master Dream Builder, I understand. Let's just pause this a little bit here. Like I make always would they say, let we just handle the issues then rather than we go personal, because we there for let we learn and for let we correct ourselves. But okay, I hope see we go understand this one. Say we don't make it many times. Not just tap this one, learn or just myself now can talk something way. Let we just continue with brother on the other side, brother and sisters on the other side. Somebody they say, let me just. Somebody they say, and this one they come out from Chairman Maho. No one in their right frame of mind will begin to argue something in black and white with raw evidence. You know, how the world on day today, information, it don't become, or even the truth, or even following, it don't become subjective to a point. If you want, you count all evidence. Now, so me don't see meaning. If you want, you count all evidence, count all evidence. Yet still, there are people who don't bend say me, regardless of what you put as evidence. For me, I get me your evidence, I get me your take, which is fine. What would they do? Yeah, would they do it for posterity? Would they make sure see, you know, they just can't talk because we want to talk? No. Now that make people in the can't watch we, because you can't just be talking to 7, 8, 10,000 people on just out of wishful thinking. And the people who they deal with you or talk with you are very smart and matured people, you know. Some of them they're well experienced, far more than we self. So if they can't watch you, you get to bring something where at least you know you go for where then go you go play around them brain where at least then go I'm gonna go appreciate say oh yeah this makes sense, you know, not all man you know. Anyway, I'll continue. All right, we'll take another voice. Maybe we'll just take 2 more of the calls and then we'll wrap up the program. Yes, caller, who side you call from?
I call from Guinea.
All right, you got the platform. Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, thank you so much for your brilliant submission tonight. We must give Dr. Chen about the African Express in flowers because I don't do a tremendous work over the years for Sierra Leone. But the problem now salon today, my brother, all the things they are with they dish out people and because of their political belief and the region, their tribes, so man, they even don't plan. They're quitting by that Smith they do. Mr. Komon-Tok, Lord be frank enough, whose project down the way will don't take more than 10 years. Every now and then they pour in money, but we know this the project not tangible. Levi that Smith can't tell Sierra Leoneans about whose type of project done over 10 years now, but every now and then they disburse money, but the project not visible. Look like the Lunge International Airport. Even though down the back na American Finance Corporation and then get that airport stay for another 25 years. But then the all don't say we inside 2 to 3 years we then get the money. They don't bill, even though it not belong to Salon again. So until we as Australians will all be patriotic to this country and I will make Salon develop. Thank you so much, my brother, tonight.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for joining us. And this one they come from Alim Conte. Corruption is better than rooted in the minds of politicians. Sierra Leone is sorry state. Okay. All right, we'll take probably this will be the last call for tonight. Yes, call outside the call from.
Mr. Komon-Tok,
Yes, go ahead. Yeah, you get the platform. Yeah. You get 2 minutes. It will be the last one. Yeah.
It's funny. So what I take part, they tell me say me na APC. They now they tell me say me na SLP. I don't know so. But anyway, what they try for say is they announced me when they say they don't invest 419 million. Normally say they don't disburse 419 million.
Okay, but you get any evidence for Showy? We don't count for your evidence. If you say get any evidence, Showy say not disposal, please. I think that the easiest way for do this.
Please, when I get evidence of a check, we go to somebody.
We don't show you tweets then now. We don't show you all that. We don't show you. So show me evidence and not disperse money, please.
This project, few Sauna starts with Milele. Me don't follow this project when he was CEC Energy of Kenya.
Me brother, you know the inside the project. Now follow. You know the inside the project. You know to. Yeah, exactly. Well, we did do we own findings behind the scene because we rank out something to people there. Okay, well, before we contrary document, we go dispute this one.
Why somebody go disburse money to the tune of $1 billion? You know, ever check if they bill anything?
Look, we don't make this thing clear to you. This disbursement not come in one slum. This disbursement now aggregately, starting from 2008. He became 10 from. But you don't say, my friend, BRB, go watch again the program, please. We add another. We close the program for today, please.
Okay, dismiss me.
No, it's not about dismiss. You don't reach 2 minutes. Because we don't explain to you 2 minutes now. We don't explain how the thing don't work itself. We don't give reference. Go back, go watch. So if you can, law not just can't create unnecessary arguments where it don't make sense. They help nobody, please. All right, now we take 10 minutes and 10 comments there, and then we'll say goodbye now. Alusan said, this is clear that APC Agenda 2028 this one said, this is clear that APC Agenda 2028 is a collaboration between two political parties that have been running our country. The people should chase both political parties away with disgrace. And this one, they say, I will recommend Sierra Leone to listen to African Express podcast. Then we will learn how corruption is rampant in Sierra Leone and go and debt aid our old corporation agents. This one, they say, I must give Dr. Charles Bryan of African Press his flowers. This one, they say, Simera, a Sierra Leone politician, civil servant, NGOs, foreign governments, World Bank are the cause of our abject poverty. And this one, yes, Edward, thank you for joining us. And this one layer, they say, Mr. Komon-Tok Fambula, hope that you're all well and enjoy the bridges the weather. This will always enjoy. Really, this one is tough. It's really tough. It looked like say they even man in his sleep inside young condition. But anyway, it is what it is. All right. This one they come from Gladys. They say me Allah this one they come from say may Allah bless children by the guys true for exposing those corporate gangsters that are stealing from our country. And this one they say the Bonthe City now scam, where is the road, where is the bridge? This government should stop. Should fooling themselves every day, new drama. And Mary J, thank you for joining us. Yes, as always. Yes, we don't reach half of we don't reach half of the we don't cross, yeah. And this one they say, Mr. Komon-Tok, me at the go naturalize na Burkina Faso, no more Sierra Leone. Komon-Tok, they meet me na Burkina Faso, you're most welcome. So you know we should point around they go nat. I don't know, but KK, thank you for joining us. So I don't feel same man for naturalize you. Nobody know the naturalize now. Nobody know the natural. Yes, my brother. Thank you very much for joining us. As always, Jay, thank you for joining us. And as always, nobody not going for naturalize to anything. We all did. We all we all good remain Sierra Leonean. Nobody. We not agree. We not agree. We not allow nobody for naturalize. And KK, thank you for joining us. All right, so fam, we'll tap the program now. Yeah? As always, it's a pleasure for joining us, for joining we serve together, and we just get for continue for the way we do. And I'm sure if this effort not pay now, it will pay later. But just know, say, your role matter a lot in this entire discussion, Sierra Leone. I mean, not a yeah. I mean, the entire discussion of Sierra Leone. And it's super serious. Somebody just called a few moments ago. I don't know if you're concerned, Sierra Leone. They said the world, everybody, they look after himself. It's true. It's fact. Everybody. The international community, what they look for. International community, everything international community. Ah, come on. Come on. Come on. International community, then busy. What's that international community? Now, there are groups of countries there. And then countries and they, the world. The world will be the leader of Sierra Leone, America. Where more or less people in the look at big border, not to say everybody they look up to her. You see them policy, you see Trump policy, to care. Italy plain, hide themselves. Maybe sometimes Biden administration, then they do politics. They either they make them plain, Italy plain, they say now in country first. In country first. Yeah, country first. So if you put your country second last, well, I think that too. Some family Lord of Tapia. Sorry, 3 days will not come. Honestly, easy. Unanuna already and look like CSF now. You can say you broke the record. Everybody know. So 3 days I not be able to come, and it's anyway. Somebody sent for $100 for the Burkina Faso trip, and I know say a lot of people in the still wait 2 months long. But we go give an updates to my time done between until then bye bye.
Sake of the youth. Oh, come on, talk, you go here, we love. We don't go hide, we go make me proud. From saloon to the world, we just stand the talk. Come here, we young, now we message for. Come on, talk, this now we voice. R&B soup, we didn't make the choice. From politics to health, we just stand firm. Migration and vibes, we they come from. Come on, talk, now the place to be. We the young, I'm clear for you and me. Come on, talk, oh yeah, we day. For the future, we the pave the way. Oh, now we the young, for better tomorrow. No more tears, no more sorrow. We go shining like the truth must show. Come on, talk together, we go grow. Feel the rhythm, feel the beat. Come on, talk where the minds commit. Come on, talk, this now we voice. R&B soup, we the make the choice. From politics to health.